What about you? I'm Robbie from Premier Lawns, a lawn care company based in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and I do a series of videos and tips and tricks on how to take your lawn to the next level. This is my lawn here. Today I'm going to be talking about watering your lawn. Now this year, February, we had the wettest February on record and it just never stopped raining, but whenever the rain stopped, it's hardly rained since then. So March was pretty dry for March. April, I believe, was the sunniest April on record. And it's been really super dry since then, and we're coming into another 2 or 3 weeks of really nice weather, which is good to see under lockdown. Today's just a quick video on should you water your lawn, how often you should water your lawn, and how to do it to conserve water. So stick around. One of the main reasons for watering your lawn, apart from keeping it looking nice and green, is to keep the weed grasses out. So what are weed grasses? The likes of Yorkshire fog and poana, or annual meadow grass as it's known. These grasses seed through the summer, and then those seeds go down into the ground. Now, watering your lawn is a really easy way to manage them. I'm going to be delving more into that very shortly. So this advice isn't for somebody that's just turfed their lawn or has recently renovated their lawn and has added seed. Those types of lawns will require a lot more water than we're talking about today, but I'll be covering that in more detail coming up. Annual meadowgrass is a weed grass that grows in your lawn. Now it's harder to see in this lawn because this lawn's well fed and cared for. But annual meadowgrass is a weed grass with shallow roots. And whenever your lawn hits drought conditions or gets under stress, it starts to go brown and die off. During June and July and the end of May, whenever your lawn's under stress like now, it's currently seeding away. These seed heads here, they carry on seeding. So your lawn starts to go brown under drought and starts to go dormant, but this stuff here carries on seeding, so it seeds away, and then whenever you start to water your lawn again and it starts to grow again, they start to grow first, and before you know it, your lawn's full of annual meadowgrass. So that would be my #1 reason for watering my lawn. Now, cutting your grass during hot weather can dehydrate it, so I'm going to show you a little tip to try and conserve as much water in the lawn as you can. If we're coming into drought conditions and your lawn's going to be under stress, a really good thing to do is just to take off the grass box, or else if you have a mulching plug, is to mulch the lawn, put the mower onto the highest setting, so you're just taking a small amount off the lawn. Always check with the manual to make sure that you can use the mower safely with the box off. So we'll cut half the lawn. So over here is not cut, over here is not cut. See a wee bit of sand from the top dressing a couple of weeks ago. So this bit here is cut. We'll just cut with the box off. There's no grass land about. So whenever you cut with the box off, that grass goes back in, and any moistures in it will get back down into the lawn, and any clippings that lie on top of the lawn will actually help protect it from the sun. So this garden here is surrounded by trees, and this is one of the reasons why this lawn doesn't really burn up too much, because it gets all the shade, and the shade actually protects it from a lot of the sun that we get. Right guys, I'm going to show you a real quick tip. They call this the screwdriver test. We push that down in. If it's hard to push down in, or if you push it down in and it comes out all dirty, then the soil needs watered. So there's a wee bit of dirt on it, not much. But a lot of lawns, if the soil's really dry, you'll know, because you'll find it really tough to push that down in there. And if you do, it'll probably come out really dirty. There's a bit of dirt in that, so we're going to give the lawn a water. So right guys, here you asked, how much water do you need to put on? If your lawn's really brown and it hasn't had any water in a while, then you're going to want to fill a mug. So we'll have our what about the Belfast mug? And we're going to put this underneath the flow, and whenever it gets up to a certain size, whenever it gets a certain amount in here, then we'll know it's had enough. Generally a real good tip. So we're going to use this tin of tuna here. Just stick with me. We're going to use this tin of tuna. We're going to use this tin of tuna to make sure to see how much water the lawn needs. So I'll just show you why I'm using this. You need about 2 inches of water on your lawn. There you go, tuna chunks, responsibly sourced. So we'll have our 2-inch tin. We're going to pour the tuna out of this here and keep it for lunch. So we'll set this sprinkler up and we'll put this underneath the flow, and whenever this is filled up, then it's time to move it on to the next spot. How often should you water your lawn? I recommend you water your lawn twice a week. Real good heavy soakings, that 1.5 to 2 inches of water. So as the water soaks well down into the soil, that encourages the grass plants that you do want in the lawn to go deeper down into the soil. So deeper roots give the lawn a much better foundation. It also helps starve the poa and the weed grasses of water because they have shallow roots, and it helps kill them off. So this is why aeration is key to a healthy lawn, because it helps those grass plants get down in. And if the soil profile's open, if you had a dry spell, then whenever you're watering, the water gets down into the lawn. I know that there's a cost involved to watering your lawn. Here in Northern Ireland, our water's part of our rates, but I know in the rest of the UK you guys have to pay for it. So there's a website, I'll put the link down in the description, and there's a watering guide. If you just put in the size of your lawn, if you put in the size of your lawn and who supplies your water, you can work out how much it's going to cost you to water your lawn. If you're enjoying this video, smash the like button. Subscribe for more content like this. I post tips and tricks on a regular basis on how to take your lawn to the next level. Just go ahead and destroy that button down there, smash it. So just a quick look, this tin here, it's nearly full. It's not filled right up, but this lawn wasn't too damp to start with, so I'm just going to move the sprinkler onto another spot before it gets soaked. Best time to water the lawns, if you think of 3 time zones, morning, noon and the evening, the morning time is the absolute best time to water, between 6 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock in the morning. Now I know that's not going to be suitable for everyone to water at that time. If you can't water in the morning, I suggest you water evening time, but not too late. If you water very late in the evening, then you'll encourage diseases such as red thread and fusarium to come into your lawn. The last time of day you should be watering is midday or early afternoon, because you're going to lose a lot of the water to evaporation. There's also a danger that that water sitting on the surface will actually scorch the grass. If you choose the right sprinkler for your lawn, for for the right size of your lawn and the right shape of your lawn, you're going to conserve water. So there's a make that I use that I find really good. Now this isn't paid for or sponsored content in any way. Hozelock, I've always found their sprinklers to be very good and very reliable. This sprinkler here that I used in this video is actually for round gardens. This one here is for square gardens. This is an oscillating one. This is the one I'd sort of recommend to most of my customers to buy, but as I say, it depends on your shape of the lawn, what one you go for. If you have a more round lawn, that one's more preferable. If you have a square one or rectangular one, that one's more preferable. So guys, if you want to support me and support the channel, I use a thing called affiliated links with Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything to buy off my affiliated links on Amazon. There'll be a link down in the description to where you can buy sprinklers that I recommend. If you buy off that link, you help support my channel and it doesn't cost you anything. So look, again, thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any questions, post them down below and I'll try and answer them the best I can. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.